Hey Team Exos, my name is Michelle and welcome to Flow Yoga. Are you ready to do some yoga? What do you say we get started? We're gonna come down to the ground, so just have a seat. And let's begin by just bringing one leg out in front. So let's take your right leg out and just take your left heel and hook it inside your thigh. All right, let's anchor your sit bones evenly down on the ground. You got it, and then just grow tall up through your spine, all the way through the crown of your head. Take a really big inhale breath. Exhale breath. Let gravity just pull your body down naturally. Can we try that again? Another really big inhale breath. Let the breath come all the way up under the collarbones. And then exhale, just release. A little bit of centering, a little bit of grounding. All right, your right hand is going to come inside the leg. Your left arm is going to reach back. You got to now use your right arm as a lever to help you pull your chest open even more. And then as we exhale, I want you to bring your left arm all the way across the outside of your leg. So you might be up a little bit higher, you might be lower. Just start to edge your chest closer to your thigh as we lengthen your spine towards your toes. But try and make your back really long, really straight as possible. And then let's just roll up. Let's try that again. So open up. So again, push through your right hand and use that pressure to help you then open up back behind a little more. Good, now breathe right up into the fingertips. It's a wonderful thoracic spine rotation. And now let's just close it off. Come forward, reach to the outside of your leg, your foot, wherever you can comfortably reach. And now let the exhale breath just gently bring you a little closer to the thigh. Good. Let's roll up one vertebrae at a time, come to the top. Let's just try the other side. So the left leg is going to come out in front, hook your right leg in. You got it, anchor the sit bones down, and let's take the right arm back. Pull it back. If you can, take your eye gaze right to the fingertips. Now another big, big inhale, and then exhale. Bring the right arm all the way to the outside of the leg or to the foot. Lengthen your spine forward. Just ease your way down. Now I'm going to encourage you to try and stay away from rounding the spine. Rather, open up through your chest. And that may mean you need to stay up a little bit higher, and that's okay. Let's try that again. So open up. Think about expanding your wings wide. Feel the twist right through the center of your chest. And then exhale, come around the outside. And again, let's practice keeping that chest up. Show me that Adidas logo right on your shirt. Come forward. And gently ease your way in. We're just starting to get a little bit warm. And roll up. All right, let's continue warming by activating through your core. So find the center of your mat, your space, and let's just slowly roll on down. Articulate right through the spine. Your head can rest down. Knees are going to come into the chest. So today our focus is on oscillating between becoming really closed, really tight, and then opening up wide. So let's start here in a tight, tight ball. Lift the tailbone, hug the knees in, and then tuck your chin. Let's find that contrast as we extend arms and legs out towards 45. Rest your head down. And now big exhale, come right back up into that tight ball. So using the breath, breathe in, extend, scoop the belly button in. Exhale, pull the knees in and use your lower abs to guide those knees in to lift that tailbone. Now, option, you might choose to take the legs a little bit higher and maybe even keep the head rest down on the mat if that feels better. Okay, so play around with it. Where can you take the body? So let's expand again. How long and strong can you make the body here? Exhale. How tight and small can you make your body here? Let's try a couple more. Breathe in and breathe out. Can you do it again? Breathe in, long as you can make it. Exhale, tuck it in. And let's go one more time out and hold. Hold it here. Now, the important thing is to keep that lower back right down on the ground, okay? Keep the belly button scooping into your spine. Option, take the legs higher and just hug it in and release. There goes the water bottle. All right, just rock side to side. Let's massage out through the spine. Well done. Did you feel your lower abs there working? And let's roll it up. All right, I'm gonna give you a challenge here to get up to the top, continuing that roll. So try just bringing your hands outside of your legs. Feet come up. We're gonna create that tight ball again as you round through the spine, eyes to the belly. Now try just giving it a couple of rolls, and if you wanna watch me this first time, you can. We're gonna roll back, we're gonna roll up, and then when you feel good, we roll back, we roll up, and we stand all the way to the top. So give it a try, have some fun with it. If you decide it's not for you, just go ahead and stand on up. That's perfectly fine. How'd it go, Ayushi? Yeah, Michelle, you get there? All right, we're gonna start right up at the top of your mat. Yeah, got it, love it. Let's bring the feet together. Option, hip width apart. You choose what feels best to you. Just a little flow to continue the warming process. So let's take a big inhale breath up. Lengthen up through your fingertips. A little soft bend in your knees as you now fold forward. Brace that belly button up strong. And you might choose to use a block here. Bring the ground a little bit closer to you. Okay, notice how you can kind of position your prop, whatever way suits you best. Or bring the hands down if you need to, just bend the knees as much as you need to touch the ground. Everybody tuck your chin in, let your spine lengthen down, and then just slightly shift the weight forward towards the balls of your feet. Feel how that will give a nice gentle stretch up the entire back of your legs, down the back of your spine. Let's start by taking your right leg, lunging it back. So it's a big step back. We want to make sure the knee is set up right over the ankle. If the knee is shifted forward, just try shifting yourself back. You might need to step your right leg back a little more. And then your left arm reaches up. So turn your chest right into your thigh. Got a hand comes back down outside of your foot, left leg steps back, we come in a down dog. So feet are hip width apart, tailbone lifts to the sky, and I want you to push your chest back to the thighs. Now go ahead and roll forward. Let's take a big inhale breath as you roll forward into plank. Shoulders are over the wrists. You're either on your knees or on your toes, you choose. I'm gonna start on my knees this first round as we come down through Chaturanga. Let your elbows scrape right past your ribs. Then we're gonna inhale, open right up into baby cobra, or option coming a little higher, maybe even all the way to up dog. Wherever you're at, we wanna really squeeze your glutes. Then tuck your tailbone, or tuck your toes, lift the tailbone high, down dog again. And we bend the knees, we either walk the legs up one at a time, or you can jump. Soft little hop. And release down. Good, let's try that again. So big inhale breath, roll up, ripple right up through your spine, and then reach up. You gotta exhale, let's dive. Find that soft bend in your knees, that scoop of the belly, and then relax down. This time the left leg is gonna lunge back. Your knee is over the ankle, and if you find yourself still having a little bit of difficulty here, maybe try using one or two blocks or props. Help you get right in there. You might even choose to come up onto the fingertips. Watch that we're just not rounding through the shoulders or the back. We want to stay open right across your heart. Now this time the right arm reaches up. Turn the chest. And now draw the right shoulder blade back. Pull it into your spine. Hand comes to the outside of the foot. Right leg goes back, down dog. You got it. So push all 10 fingers firmly into the ground. And then inhale. Let's unroll your spine forward. Plank, knees or toes. Let's slowly come on down. Can you go a little bit slower this round? Like the elbows literally hug the rib cage in. And then breathe in, surge up through the heart as you push the tops of the feet right into the ground. Exhale, curl the toes. Push the body right back into your heels. And now walk or float the legs forward, that little hop, forward bend. Bend your knees, roll up. Breathe right up to the fingertips, and then exhale, let your arms just float down to your sides. All right, well done. Moving into some balance. So we'll take your right leg, cross it over. You might choose to bring the toes on the floor, or maybe cross higher at the thigh. My challenge for you is to see if you can hook the toes behind your calf. Give it a try. Now the hips are gonna sink back. Good, we're gonna lock in through the core. And then take your arms out. Right arm is gonna hook under the left. Now you can cross a little lower. You can cross higher and try and bring the palms of the hands closer together. We're gonna focus on becoming really closed off again here. So start to tuck your elbows in, curl your body forward. And imagine like you're trying to hollow out through your stomach. Steady your eye gaze. Feel that opening come across your back. Take one more big breath, expand across your shoulder blades. Exhale, release. And now inhale, let's open up. So let's find that contrast. So we take the right leg out to the side, hook the hand under the thigh, left arm out for counterbalance. Now you might choose to stay here. Let's first just ground ourselves here. So spread your toes wide, dig all 5 toes into the ground, and then anchor the heel back. Breathe up tall, right up through your spine, up through the crown of your head. And then try not to collapse in this hip, okay? Push the foot down, squeeze up through the leg, and let's extend the leg out if you want a little more challenge. You might even choose to take peace fingers right to your big toe and extend out. The leg doesn't have to be straight. Just take it to where your body will let it. Arm up, chest up, and if you want, you can even take your eye gaze up. Really lift and open up to the sun. That eye gaze is quite the challenge. Good. Slowly come on down, release. And let's bring the feet together. Chair pose, hands to heart. Sink in. So your hips go back and down. Your belly lifts. Checking out that side view. We want to just tuck that tailbone under a little bit to create a really long spine. And feel how that allows the abdominals to really get involved and engaged. Now pinch the shoulder blades together. And can you find another inch in your chair pose? Yeah, so I'm going to invite you to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. So what do you say? Another inch? Take another big inhale breath. Lift the chest, exhale, sink 1 inch deeper. And now let's start to just nestle your chest forward towards your thighs. Spine stays long. We're going to come into that closed off position here. Good. Sometimes in life, we might find that we maybe need to bring more protection to ourselves, maybe close off just a little bit. But then it's about finding those opportunities so we can open back up. So you can walk or jump the legs out wide. Got it? Turn your right toes out, push your left heel, and then sink in. We're gonna come into warrior two. So let's check a couple of things. One, we wanna try and square those hips up to the center and just line your shoulders right over the hips. You got it. From there, the knees over the ankle, and let's push the knee out. So it's in line with your middle toe. And then your toes are facing straight ahead, if maybe not in just a little bit. And we're gonna dig the outer edge of your foot in. That's going to set us up for success in a really strong warrior. So let's breathe in, float the arms up. Got it. Exhale, sink in another inch if you can again, yeah? So again, I'm gonna invite you to embrace that uncomfortable. Your option is going to be to come up at any time you need to. And when you're ready, you're gonna sink right back in. Still. Now expand wide across your heart. Breathe all the way across your ribs. You got it. And then we're gonna lift both arms up this time. You got it. We wanna feel the joy in this pose. Yeah, let the energy come in, even look the eyes up if that feels good. So we find the strength in your legs. And I want you to find the softness in your arms and your upper body. Sun warrior, or also known as reverse warrior. So we're gonna find that C shape as we reach, bend right over to the left. Option, hand can come down to the leg at any time, or keep it up. Now we evolve the chest open. You got it, and then stretch up the right side of your body. Let's open right back up, warrior two. Settle in. Do you feel the heat yet? Yeah, I do. Maybe shaking yet? Let's rise. Good work. Toes come forward. Let's fold down. Walk your feet in, heel to toe. Wonderful movement to the ankles and the feet. And feet together, bend your knees. And let's roll up. We're gonna try that whole sequence over again. So starting with that chair pose. Feet together, hands to the heart. Breathe in, stand tall. Breathe out. See how low you can sink. All right, so really lift through the belly. Draw the shoulders. Got it. Stand up. And this time, let's bring the left leg across. So you're gonna bring the toes to the ground or higher. And remember, the challenge is gonna be to hook your toes behind your calf. Sink in and try this. Can you squeeze your inner thighs together? It really helps square the hips. Arms out. And this time we take the left arm under the right, low or high. Breathe and lift. Find the openness. And then breathe out, hollow the belly, and try and hug your body tightly as you roll your body in. Now feel the breath come right up the back of your ribs, the back of your spine. Feel the challenge in your standing foot, up the ankle, all up the leg and your hip. As your body fights for this. Now let's open up. We oscillate back and forth, doing closed and open. All right, so let's see how open we can let our bodies be here. Strong through the leg, gripping your toes into the ground. Really tall posture. How do you feel on this side? Do you want to try extending the leg? All right, Heather, want to give it a try? Peace fingers, right to the big toe if you want it, and extend. Again, the leg doesn't have to be straight, and try to keep this leg really strong. We don't want to collapse into the hip. Palm up, breathe and lift. Yes, you can't help but just find the joy in this pose. The last challenge, you want to give it a try. We lift our eyes. Slowly come on down. Well done. Let's come back to that chair pose. Bring a little more heat. Sink in. Shoulders back. With each exhale, I'm going to challenge you to find another inch. Come into that chair. And again, let's start to nestle your chest right towards your thighs. Now from being closed off, let's see if we can't find a new opportunity to open up. Open our minds, open our bodies. So walk or jump the legs out wide. Turn your left toes out, pivot the right heel out, and let's sink in. All right, so as we work on squaring, try this. We're gonna tuck the tailbone under. Yes, you feel how that brings more opening across your hips, across the legs, and creates a really long, strong spine. Knees pushing out with your toes. Let's float your arms up. Settle in. Now today, instead of fighting the challenge, I want you to see if you can welcome it. Welcome the new opportunities that come with the pose, that come with the challenge. Palms up, breathe and lift. Good. Now pull the energy up from the ground. Feel it come right up the leg, up your core, and then let it resonate right in your heart. That's it, soak it in. And sink just 1 inch lower, yes? Reverse warrior. We're gonna find that beautiful C shape through the spine. Remember, option is to let the right arm come down to the leg at any time. Now let the breath open up the side of your ribs even more. Yes, as we breathe into this whole side of your body. Open up the chest. If you can, look under your arm. And let's open right back up. Warrior two. Stand in your own radiance. Yeah, that's you, that's yours. Soak it in. Stand tall, turn the toes forward, and just fold in half. Well done. Walk the feet in, heel to toe. And let's have a seat. Cross one leg behind. Come on down to the mat. Well done. We're going to take a moment to just focus on the hips. We're going to come into half lotus pose. So your right foot, you might choose to pull it all the way up on the thigh, maybe coming more towards the knee, the calf, or even the floor. Okay, whatever feels good. And I want you to be able to sit both of your hip bones evenly on the ground, wherever that is. So adjust that foot positioning so you can get there. Breathe in, lift up tall, extend your arms overhead. That's it, and now breathe out, let's come forward. Anchor the hips, hands come down, Just let your chest melt towards your legs. And just notice where you feel the stretch, maybe in your hips, maybe across your lower back. Notice where it feels good. Maybe where your body is still trying to hold on to a little bit of tension. Can we breathe into that spot of tension? Allow it to relax just a little bit more. Let's breathe in, roll up. Go tall, let's try the other side. So the foot crosses over. You choose floor, calf, knee, maybe all the way up to the thigh. Evenly settle the hips. Let's breathe in, reach. Breathe out, brace the belly and tip. Hands softly land down, and then you choose how far forward you come. Coming into more of a protective mode here as we close our bodies off. We let that release come across the back body. Go ahead, roll up. We'll finish with just a few moments of our Savasana, relaxation and meditation. So you might choose to stay seated with me. You might choose to lie down on your back, maybe on your side. Just finding a position that's comfortable for you. That's all that matters. So I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. If you're sitting with me, we're going to try and find tall posture. No matter where you're at, we're going to relax your shoulders down away from your ears. I'm going to take a moment to just be. So listen to your breath. Take a moment to listen to your body. Let's see if we can continue bringing our breath, bringing that oxygen into those areas of the body that might still feel a little tight, might still feel a little bit locked up or some tension, whether it's physical or mental tension. Let's just try and bring the breath right into those little pockets. As we breathe in that softness, breathe in that warmth, we take it right to those areas. You feel them start to release. You feel the muscles, the joints start to let go. And we just allow more ease to come across our body. Now this softness allow us to really open our hearts, open our minds. So as we practice throughout this session, sometimes we might be closed off, and sometimes that might be necessary to protect ourselves, protect our hearts. But then it's about opening back up, about finding ways that we can let the new come back in. New possibilities, new opportunities, new beginnings. We need to open up to allow those opportunities to come. Find what it might take to allow you to open your heart just a little bit more today. Feel how freeing that can be. We're going to slowly begin to pull ourselves back little by little. If you're on your back or your side, it might feel good to hug your knees into your chest. When you're ready, you can just slowly sit up. Take your time. You can open your eyes when you're ready. Let a smile come across your face. Yeah, good. Let's bring our hands right to the heart to finish. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming today, participating in a little bit of yoga. My name is Michelle. If I can leave you with one tip today, it would be to eat the rainbow. And I don't mean Skittles. I mean, you can have some Skittles, but I mean, try getting at least 3 colors of fruits and veggies in your plate to power up your nutritional needs. I promise it'll make a big difference.